Hey guys, this is Miss Richardson. I hope everyone had a great weekend. So we are going forward with our sixth grade standards. We're going to work a little bit more this week with decimals, but thankfully that does not include division. I think you guys got tired of dividing last week. So let's move on to addition, subtraction, and multiplication. All right, this is the standard that we're working on. This is our learning target. And first thing you guys can do, if you will open your launch point and click on to BrainPop, there is an awesome BrainPop video. Timmy and Moby will entertain you for a few minutes, and then afterwards, go ahead and try the quiz. That would be great. So when you are adding and subtracting decimals, there's one rule that can't be forgotten. And you guys did this as we were reviewing the fifth grade standards. So this should not be new information for you at all. Make sure you line up those decimal points. So here are your steps. Step one, stack your decimals on top of each other, not your digits. Now, on this math problem, they just so happen to have the same number of digits, but that doesn't always happen. So look at this example here at the bottom of the page. Here, they did not stack their decimals, but on the right side, this is the way it should look. The decimals should all be on top of each other. If you need to, go ahead and place any zeros and any empty spaces. Drop your decimal point into the answer and then add or subtract. All right, here is a math antics video. If you need to some more examples to look at, please feel free to go to the slide deck and watch this video. All right, so once again, here are the steps, same steps. Here are some examples over here to your right. Now, I want you guys to pause the video. Well, let's do the first one together, and then you guys pause the video, and I want you to try these for yourselves. All right, so on the first one, we're going to line up our decimals. So 1.93 plus 4.02. Those decimals are lined up. So now we're adding. 3 plus 2 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. Bring that decimal straight down. And 1 plus 4 is 5. All right, now you guys please pause the video and try these for yourselves. All right, so for the second one, we have 56.25. We're adding that to 12.7. I have an empty space, so I'm going to add a 0 right there. So we have 5, 9, 8, and 6, 68.95. The next one, now this is a good one to do, especially because we're going to have to add a 0 on the top line. So we're going to subtract from 84.9, 71.23. All right, so this is very important to add the 0 because a lot of people, if there's not a digit here, they'll automatically bring down the 3, which is incorrect. When you add the 0, it helps you remember, okay, I have to borrow and make this 0 a 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 8 minus 2 is 6. Bring that decimal straight down. 4 minus 1 and 8 minus 7. And then the last one, we have 645.29 minus 36.8. And the final answer is, let's see, 4, 8, 0, and 6. All right, how'd you guys do? I hope you got them all right. There we go. There's our correct answers. All right, moving on. Here is another video helping you add and subtract. It's only 1.75 minutes long, so watch that if you need to. All right, so now that we have practiced adding and subtracting decimals, we are going to figure out what to do to multiply or divide with decimals. So when you are multiplying, this time you are lining up your digits, and then you don't have to worry about the decimal until your final answer. All right, here's a great video for you to watch if you need extra help. So here are your steps. Write the problem vertically, ignore the decimal points and multiply like you always do. Determine where the decimal point goes in the answer. So on this first one, you go up here to the math problem, you see how many total digits are sitting behind a decimal. Well, there's only one. So in your answer, that means you need exactly one digit sitting behind the decimal. So we would bring our decimal up between the 9 and the 6. And our answer is correct. All right, so we're going to practice these 5 problems. I'm going to have a little bit more space on this one. So I want you guys to go ahead and you can watch me do the first one together if you want, but if not, go ahead and pause the video and work out all 5 of these problems and then come check your answer. All right, so number 1, we're multiplying 3.77 times 2.8. We're just worried about lining up those last digits. So we're going to multiply 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times, so now we go to the next digit. We're still on the 8. So 8 times 7 is 56 plus 5 would be what, 61? 8 times 3 is 24 plus 6 is 30. To get to the 2, we have to start with a 0 because we're on the second line. So 2 times 7 is 14, carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15, carry the 1. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. We have all of our digits lined up nicely. So we add straight down. And then we want to see there are 1, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3. So our final answer is 10.556. Make sure when you go to that second line, you start with that 0. So we have 8, 10, 8, 2, 3 numbers behind the decimal. I got 2.808. Number 3. So 2 times 6, 54. Carry the 5. 9 times 5 is 45. All right, make sure you line up those digits. We have only 2 numbers behind the decimal, so there's our answer. Number 4. We have 28, 37. Going to the next line. And we have 3 numbers behind the decimal. And then number 5, 0.6. Now on this one, I'm going to put the 2.4 on top. 0.6. All right, so now we are going to multiply 6 times 4, 24, carry the 2. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And then I would do a line of zeros, which doesn't affect my answer, right? The important part is knowing that there's only 2 digits behind the decimal, so my answer is 1.44. So let's check our answers together. Hopefully I got those right. 1.44, 38,995. Yep, looks like they are correct. Perfect. All right, you guys. So, did I tell you we weren't dividing? I think we are. I apologize. I was thinking we were done with dividing. All right, so here is a division video, 2.5 minutes long. So you guys practiced this last week, so this shouldn't take us very long. But just remember, the biggest thing to remember is the divisor, the number outside the decimal box, must be a whole number. However many places you move that decimal outside the box, you move it inside the box. All right, so here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 math problems. So you guys go ahead and pause the video and work these out and then come back and check your answers. Just remember, the divisor must be a whole number, which means we're moving this decimal one place to the right. We're going to do the same inside, which means really our division problem is 5 into 68.5. All right, so 5 times what is 18? About 3. Subtract, bring down that 5. 5 goes into 35 7 times. Now, please make sure you bring that decimal straight up. Oh, so it's 13.7. 13.7. This is 31